What is going on, everyone? It's time for another episode of the show. Today, we got a wide variety of topics, including I think I finally fixed my camera issue. Assassin's Creed Shadows early reviews are out, and we'll take a quick look. Plus, they have an interesting merchandise tie-in. Lego Pokemon just launching, and that's kind of interesting because I just started doing chill Lego nights, so something to consider. And of course, all the usual chill fun. So if you're here to relax, you're in the right place. Sit back and get ready for another episode of the Level 1 Podcast.
Get ready for some meaningful content, because the king is back, the king of the live stream, the king is back. Woo!
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the show. Today is Tuesday, the 18th of 18th of March, 2025, and I'm DSP, and this is the Level 1 Podcast. I was actually quickly trying to adjust my background because it's actually much brighter today with the sun out, even with my blackout curtains. The background isn't standing out as much, so I think what I want to do is increase the brightness of all the lights behind me. Let me do that briefly, so you can actually see the background today rather than it looking just kind of generic and white. It's supposed to look like some water and bubble effect and stuff like that. Here we go. We'll double up everything, and hopefully you'll be able to see it a lot better now. And I hope you're all doing well. Today, FYI, is only one stream. Reason being, tonight I got to do some private stuff that I have to do every year around this time of year. You know, anyone who owns their own business in the United States has to deal. That looks a lot better now, by the way. Anyone who lives in the United States has to deal with stuff every year like this, baloney. But it is what it is, so I can't do a late stream tonight. So we'll have this podcast followed by a major gameplay stream. And hope that you guys are excited for that and ready to chill. Once again, it appears I've been put on the front page of Kick. I don't know why. Kick keeps putting me on the front page every day. I mean, that's nice of them. But it's kind of weird that I'm getting this kind of treatment. I certainly don't know anyone at Kick, I swear. I swear I don't know anyone there who's doing this, but it seems to give me a view boost every day. So welcome, anyone who's new. You have to follow the channel in order to talk. The reason you have to do that is because we get a bunch of bots here that come in and try to flood my channel from, stupid troll channels and stuff. And they do derail and they try to say nasty stuff that obviously you can't have on the channel. So we do have to have you follow it for a certain amount of time and be a real account, not an account that was just made like in the last day in order to talk in the chat. So anyway, welcome. How is everyone? What do you mean, Dab Hands? Who are all these random new names on YouTube? I don't know. Where do you see random new names? Right now I'm looking at the chat and it's mostly people I recognize. Maybe one or two newcomers, but yeah, how is everyone today? The week continues on, and for me, this is kind of the weird odd day out because today I'm only doing the one stream, and I almost always do a double stream day when I'm streaming, so it's a little weird to me. But yeah, it is what it is. Now, tomorrow, I think I'm likely am going to stream all day, even though originally I wasn't. I want to kind of break this up. I have to do this work off stream, but at the same time, I don't want to completely derail or screw up my streaming schedule. And I was thinking about, I could just sit down and do all the work that I need to do for this tax stuff, like night. But if I do that, then I'm only streaming half as much. And I was thinking about, we have goals for this week. We want to hit these goals and do DSP tries that people want. And I'm like, if I'm only streaming half as much, we're never going to hit these goals. So probably we'll take tonight off, and then hopefully, as long as everything goes according to plan tonight, meaning I got all the information, I'm easily able to start getting it where I need to get it, uploading it and scanning documents and putting stuff into spreadsheets and all kinds of crap. All right. Hopefully then that means that it'll be streamlined work and I won't have to worry about, oh no, I'm going to have to do a million streams take off a million streams to do this. So maybe I'll stretch it out. All right, so maybe I'll do it like one stream this week, one stream next week, stuff like that off so that I can get this work done, okay? Anyway, good morning, everyone. And where do we begin today? We got a lot to talk about. Like, there's just a lot that's updated and going on. Here, we'll start with this, since this is just kind of a one-off and then it's out of the way. So, good news is that my next box of Topps Chrome WWE 2025 trading cards have arrived. If you don't know, I do a pro wrestling commentary show called Smart Guys every Thursday night. Well, it's been Thursday night for a few weeks. It's again going to be Thursday night this week. I don't know if it's going to stay Thursday nights, but right now it seems to be working. And we have been doing an unpacking of these cards during this live show, depending on how much support I get. If I get more support, I'll open another pack. And it's been working. Last couple of shows, I've now done 6 out of the 7 packs that was in the previous box, meaning there was only 1 pack left. I was able to order another box, albeit for more. This box, first of all, I couldn't get it off of the website that I'd previously gotten the other box. The other one was like some kind of a site called like Fanatics or something like that, where it's like merchandise for sports. Well, they were sold out. So I had to get this off of another business. All right. And I was shocked that it came as fast as it did. It actually came faster than when I had ordered it off of Fanatics, but it also cost like $10 more. This is $50. $50 freaking dollars for 7 packs of trading cards. Times have changed, man. Like I said, when I was a kid, of course, that was like 100 years ago. You could go and buy a whole giant box of these things for that much. Now, $50 for 7 packs. They've been fun, though, to see the different cards. I haven't got a single duplicate yet. I got a rare Shinsuke Nakamura card. So we'll see what I get in this box. So anyway, that's here. All right. And that'll be, part of the show on Thursday night, Smart Guys. FYI, I've come to a determination. This week, Smart Guys will be riding solo. What I mean by that is I'm not going to have any co-hosts appear this week. I've decided against it only because I'm juggling a lot already this week. I am talking with some people. I have right now I have like 2 people who I'm strongly considering as a co-host for Smart Guys, and I may have them on the show as like a demo run between now and WrestleMania. We'll see. We'll see how things go. All right. But I said, this is just not a good week for it with everything going on. Maybe starting next week, we will do it. All right. So we'll see. But this will be a solo week this week on Thursday night, FYI. We'll see how that goes. What I'm hoping is that, there will be some good people, a good amount of viewers for the show, and the engagement and the support will keep up from what we've been doing. It makes me a little nervous simply because, changes to the format. The show had been a co-op show, right, all along. And obviously, that's changing now. You know what I mean? So, okay, here we go. So it is what it is. And we'll see how it goes on Thursday night. Sorry, I'm distracted here. Something is going on. I just wanted to check it. Everything looks okay. Yeah, everything looks fine. I'm just double checking some stuff here. Cool. Sorry, sometimes I get distracted because something's going on, but it looks fine. Okay. So, got the new cards for Smart Guys. Smart Guys Thursday night will be a solo show. We'll see how it goes solo. We'll be covering Raw and SmackDown, FYI. All right, it should be a great show. Jalen says he sent a super chat. It didn't pop up. Jalen, it's not there. I just checked. It's not there. It's nowhere, because that's what he said. He said, I sent a super chat. It didn't pop up. Yeah, there's nothing. I'm looking right now. It's not in my queue. It's not here. It's not on YouTube. It didn't show up anywhere. So it sounds like it didn't go through. It doesn't sound like it's something on my end or anything. It sounds like something on your end. Okay. Okay. Good stuff. Now, we have a lot to talk about. First off, let's address the tech stuff and get this out of the way, too. I want to get to, like, more chill stuff, all right? I've been having nonstop tech issues ever since I upgraded my setup in early January. If you remember, we had this big transition where I went from my 10-year plus old PC and we converted and went over to a brand new modern gaming and streaming PC. And I upgraded everything in the office, right? Every webcam was upgraded. The lighting was upgraded. Everything, okay? And we've just had almost nonstop tech issues, okay? The one thing that has kept happening that I couldn't figure out was these cameras. I have 2 cameras. I got this main one right here for podcasting, and And then I've got the side camera, which is a side shot that I use as the face cam when I'm doing gameplay. I can also use this camera for various other things. For example, I can use this camera as a table shot. So when we're doing things like unboxing trading cards or building Legos or whatever, all right, I have the ability to do this alternate shot, which I really like. And now we have a dual camera setup. Looks really cool, right? Something so much better than what I used to do. Remember, I used to be the guy always behind on tech. And now I'm actually up on tech, and I have all these new abilities and things that I can do with my setup that I really, really like, right? So this has been awesome, except we keep having issues with the dang cameras. They keep turning off. They keep having errors, disappearing from my setup. What in the holy hell is going on? And we've been trying to figure this out now for no exaggeration, 2.5 months. I tried plugging it into different parts of the PC, plugging it into external USB hubs that have external power supply, because we thought maybe the power supply isn't good enough to support all these devices. We thought maybe it's the motherboard. Maybe it's this. Maybe it's that. We tried all these things, okay? Well, I think I did figure it out. I mean, I could be wrong, okay? But I think the problem was a stupid USB extension cable that I was using, because I had 2 of them. And I think I was using them for both webcams. And I just think that the cables were shitty. To be honest, I just think they were low quality. They're Amazon, Amazon brand. I think they were trash. Because yesterday I had enough. I was like, I'm tired of this camera turning off. It turned off again during the podcast. I said, I'm just going to take everything off. It's just going to be the camera, the USB-C cable it came with, and the PC. And I did that. I took off the extension cable, took off the adapter, just said USB-C right into the front of the PC. No problems. Done. For a day now, it's worked. Hasn't had a single issue. So, it's the simplest of solutions, right? Here I am trying all these different things, trying to get this to fix itself. And in reality, it had nothing to do with anything complex. It was a simple thing. It was a stupid cable. So I'm going to have to buy a couple cables. I'm probably going to get longer USB-C high data rate cables so I can actually have these cameras hooked up and not, like, right now my problem is the cable is like hanging in front of my whole setup. And one of the whole reasons why I wanted to redo this studio back in, January was because I wanted to rewire it so I don't have shit all over the place. I'm tripping over it and everything. I want to have everything wired nicely. I used to have wires over here, wires there, and I have to jump over them doing gymnastics to even get to sit down. So what sucks now is that this cable is dangling and hanging, and it's annoying. Like last night, I wanted to get a coffee. So I didn't. I went to walk over the cable. Oh shit, I'm going to spill my coffee everywhere. So I'll get a new cable, and that'll maybe fix everything. Like, let's test, the next few days. Let's see if the cameras turn off. Hopefully not. Hopefully we're good. Hopefully now the setup is complete and no more tech issues with any of this nonsense, okay? Okay. Let's do a couple shout outs. Let's talk about the goals for the week. And then we're going to get into some new stuff to talk about. All right. So good stuff. First of all, let's do the shout outs. We got Jalen, who did a $2 super chat. First thing this morning, he says, IGN has given AC Shadows an 8. Hope you play it. I'm playing it. I'm playing it on Thursday. It's in the schedule. I just got to get that Ubisoft Plus subscription service again, because I'm definitely not buying the game outright, because there's the chance that I'm probably not going to finish it. We'll see. I don't really have confidence in Ubisoft anymore, especially after Star Wars Outlaws last year. What a flop that was. But I'm definitely trying it this week. We're going to play it both Thursday and Friday's daytime streams will be AC Shadows. We'll give it a shot and see if it's any good and go from there. Okay. And I give things a fair shot. I mean, shit, I played Avowed for 14 hours before I tapped out on that one. So I'm going to give everything a fair shake and a fair shot. Okay, cool. All right. So thank you, Jalen. Also, I received a $4 tip to start the day from Flatman B. He says, hope everyone has a great day. God bless. Thank you, Flatman, for the first tip of the day. I appreciate that. Let's get that up, and then let's talk about how we're doing this week. So far we are, this is my 3rd streaming day of the week, though it is a short one. Today I'm only doing 1 stream, which is, I know, abnormal for me. Usually when I'm streaming, I'm doing a double stream day, 2 different games, but today it's just the one. All right. So where are we? We are at 67 out of 70 goals hit. That is awesome. Thank you guys. Keep in mind, it was the middle of last week when we last hit 60 goals and did our last DSP Tries It. We seem to be on pace that basically once a week we're hitting 10 goals and doing a reward. All right, so our reward is scheduled at 70 goals. And at 70 goals, it'll be the return of traditional DSP Tries It, which is me testing out food. Okay? It's a food taste test series. And for the first time ever in my life, for this episode of DSP Tries It, I'll be trying out British food. I have never had any kind of British food whatsoever. You know, when you think British food, what do you think of? Bangers and mash, meat pies, sausage rolls, you know, mushy peas. What else? There's so many. The classic English breakfast, right? How about what's the special meat that they roll in the bread that Gordon Ramsay likes to make? I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head right now, right? But yeah. So there's a lot of different things that are kind of synonymous with British food. Beans and toast, that's true. Beans and toast is a huge one. Sometimes for breakfast they eat that over there, right? Beef Wellington, thank you. Beef Wellington is what I was trying to think of. And of course, meat pies, right? Meat pies, which is another traditional thing. So when we hit 70 goals, I'll be trying out British cuisine from a local restaurant that actually opened up, I believe, in the last year. And it's going to be interesting. I'll probably order a variety of stuff off the menu. They don't do the big stuff. Like, they don't have beef Wellington, okay? They don't have certain things, but they do have certain things from British cuisine, and I want to give it a shot. All right, so that's going to be fun, something different. You know, a lot of people, I'm going to be honest, a lot of people give British cuisine a lot of shit. They say, man, it tastes bland as hell. It's crappy. Well, hopefully, this won't be crappy. Hopefully, it'll actually taste pretty good. I don't know. But, I'd say the last 10 to 15 years of my life, I really tried to expand my culinary horizons. And when I go out and I want to eat, I'll try anything. You know, I've tried Indian food, Venezuelan food, various kinds of Turkish and Middle Eastern food. I've been trying all kinds of stuff that normally I wouldn't eat because I want to see what's out there and what I've basically missed out on, kind of being very ignorant to that and only eating like American food for a very long time. And I like it. I'm liking all this different stuff, right? So we'll see how it goes, but we got to hit 70 goals. We're at 67 hit. So 3 more goals to go. And then we will do this special DSP Tries It live on stream. Okay? So I'm excited. I hope you, boy, it's hilarious because some people in chat are like praising British food and others are slamming it. Someone just said on Kick Chat, British food is brown, greasy slop, to be honest, but I hope you'll find a way to enjoy it. Jeez. Jeez. You guys are mean. I just want to give it a shot. I've never done it before. Again, I'm trying to experiment and do different things. Life is boring when you just do the same thing over and over, is it not? You want to try various different things. And, I'm sure. Stupid thing is caught. There we go. There we are. I'm sure there's a chance I'll try it and I won't like it. And if I don't like it, I'll be honest about it. I'll tell you guys, hey, it's crappy. I don't like it. But maybe I will like it. So let's give it a shot, right? All right. Now, in order to do this, to unlock this, we got to hit some goals. All right? 3 to go. All right? How do you support the streams? Well, it's very simple. If you're on the YouTube side of stuff, on DSPGaming, you can do a super chat, you can become a member, or you can give some memberships to your fellow community. If you're on the Kick side, you can become a sub today, or you can give some subs to your fellow community members. By the way, if you are a sub on Kick, today there were 3 new emotes added. There is the new DSP close-up emote that looks like this. There's also an emote of me shocked, like, and then there's one of me going like this, wiggling my head. So 2 motion emotes and a new one as well. So if you guys want some new emotes, you don't have them yet, all right? What are you waiting for? Become a sub today, or gift a sub to your fellow viewer, and enjoy. Look at them. There you go. There's the 3 right there. Dumpy Koala just posted them up. They're great emotes. Very nice. Okay. No, we did not lose any emotes. There's an update to the Street Fighter 6 emote. Now, I haven't played Street Fighter 6 in like a month, but there's an update to the Street Fighter 6 emote that added my Shiranui, and it had it scrolling better because it looked crappy previously. It looks much better now. That's it. So there's 3 new ones, and there's the updated Street Fighter 6. Okay, cool. Now, also, maybe you're watching this on demand, or maybe you're watching on YouTube and Kick, but you're like, I don't want to contribute through those businesses, whatever. You could just send a tip via PayPal Direct. And you could do that if you're on YouTube. You could use the tips command in chat, which is !tip, or you could look at the description of the stream. If you're on Kick, you could just look at the panels that are on my main channel page, and there's one right there that says click here to tip, and you can send a tip via that as well. All right? So there are so many ways to contribute, and please do. Let's hit the goal on this stream. In fact, usually when we get a nice head start on the podcast, it means we're going to hit the goal during the stream. And this is my only stream of today. Sadly, I got to take tonight off. Don't want to, but I have to. So to hit the goal today would mean a lot, so we can keep that momentum going. Maybe by the end of tomorrow, we can qualify for DSP Tries and maybe have it Thursday, right? Okay, let's do it. So let's see. We've got our first super chat from Jalen, and we got our first tip from Flatman B. Who's going to be the first member to join or to gift, and who's going to be the first person to get the sub over on Kick? Let's see. Let's get some names up on the board. Let's get that momentum rolling, shall we? All right. All right, folks. Let's talk about my streaming schedule for today and the rest of the week, and then let's talk about some gaming news for this morning. Assassin's Creed Shadows is the thing that everyone's talking about today because it comes out on Thursday, and some of the early reviews are out and all of that. Okay, so schedule for the week. Let's look at this briefly. This will not be a long segment, I promise you. Today it is Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. For some reason, I still have it saying marathon. It's not a marathon. It's just my regular stream. I just keep forgetting to remove that. And there is no late stream tonight because of the personal stuff I got to work on. Tomorrow, Suikoden 1 HD Remake on the main stream, and possibly no late stream, but I would like to do one, and if I do it, it'll be Black Ops 6 multiplayer. Thursday, the premiere of Assassin's Creed Shadows and Smark Guys, my wrestling commentary show. Friday, Assassin's Creed Shadows and Friday Night Fights. This week, it looks like I do have a couple people lined up to play Marvel 2 against who are really good at Marvel 2. Last week, I was just playing randoms. This week, it looks like really good players from my past. And then Saturday is my day off. However, ladies and gentlemen, I have an announcement to make. I have a very special announcement to make. Ready? This is very important. So I'm glad you're all listening. Is everyone here listening, paying attention? Those of you who are on the main page of Kick, just checking me out, are you listening to this? You're going to want to hear this one. Folks, I have a huge announcement for tomorrow. All right? Breaking news. Get your calendars cleared. Whatever you're doing tomorrow, all right, whatever is on your schedule, I need you to stop. I need you to cancel it. Tomorrow, were you going to go to the dentist? No, you're not. That root canal you've been needing, it can wait. Just put up with the pain. All right? Were you going to a court hearing because of your DUI charges? You could skip it. It's okay. You're not going. Doesn't matter if you go to jail. This is more important. Are you getting married tomorrow? Well, looks like someone's getting jilted at the altar. Because, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow is going to be a huge episode of the Level 1 podcast. All right? One of the biggest I've ever done. In fact, I'm going to go to say tomorrow will likely be the biggest episode of the Level 1 podcast that I've ever done in history. All right? You ready for this? Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow on the Level 1 podcast, my guest will be Review Tech USA. Also known as Rich, or The Basement, or whatever the hell he goes by now, because I guess he deleted his Review Tech channel. It doesn't exist anymore. All right? So, yes, it is 100% confirmed. I've got his Discord info finally. Took ages to get it. The only way this isn't happening is if he backs out absolute last minute. But I confirmed 100% with the man that he will be here tomorrow. All right? Now, I want to emphasize this will be a no-miss scenario. I don't care if you're a fan of Rich, if you're a hater of Rich. I don't care if you're a fan of mine, if you're a hater of mine. I don't care if you're a fan of Kino Casino, a hater of Kino Casino. I don't care if you're somewhere in between all of this, because many of you are. I feel like with all this stuff that's been going crazy over the last, 8 to 10 months or however long it's been at this point, I don't even know. All right? You're not going to want to miss tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be must watch. All right? Trust me on this. You've wanted to see me confront this man for how long? And it's finally going to happen tomorrow, right here on the Level 1 podcast. Fair enough? So, all eyes on this show tomorrow. All right? Much warranted. You're going to want to see it. I'm glad I was on the front page of Kick for this part, although you're probably all asleep by the time I got to it. I probably should have led with this. But I'm not that smart. I'm too old. Yeah. Tomorrow will be a wow. Just wait and see is all I'm going to say. That's it. That's all I'm going to say. All right? Tomorrow will be interesting. So come back tomorrow. Join us for the show. It'll be a good one. All right? Fair enough. So that's why I like to say, in regards to my schedule and stuff, things can change. So tomorrow I do have Suikoden 1 scheduled, but we'll see how the podcast goes and go from there. All right? Excitement for tomorrow. All right. Oh, man. Okay. So, that's that. All right. Well, what time is it? Because, okay. Well, what I'd like to do, I have a couple, gaming news stories to cover today. First off, Assassin's Creed Shadows is having all of its reviews now being released. And essentially, from what we're seeing, generally, most places are saying it's good. Okay? What's funny, here's one. Wow. Here, you know what? Here we go. Let's just go ahead and look at it together. I think this is the best way to handle it. Let's look at it together right here. So here's what people are saying. Oh, but what's up, Game Boy? Good to see you. Here's what people are saying about Assassin's Creed Shadow. So here's the early reviews. Some people saying it's like a 9 or 8. IGN and GameSpot gave it an 8. All right. Most places giving it around an 8. 8 out of 10. But let's be honest, most of these places are like mainstream butt-kissing media. When we actually get down, look, 4 out of 5 stars, the best Assassin's Creed game in 10 years. If the best game in your franchise in a decade is only an 8 out of 10, that's a bad sign. I'm just saying. Like, you would hope that it would be better than 8 out of 10, but I guess not. Now, here's this guy. This guy is an independent reviewer, and a lot of people look at this guy's particular reviews to see a different take. He says, I did not enjoy Assassin's Creed Shadows. Combat and exploration feel restrictive and unbalanced. Story is mostly boring. The dual protagonists never click, as one is far more enjoyable to play but is hamstrung by a baffling design. Wow. Thing is, I don't want to go any further than these initial reviews, because if I do, I'm basically going to spoil the game for myself, right? And I am going to play it for myself starting on Thursday, and we'll judge for ourselves, right? Wow. See, everyone's 4 out of 5. Like, everyone is saying 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5, 4 out of 5, 4 out of 5. So it sounds to me like it's not awful, which is a good thing, obviously. It's not terrible. It's not falling apart at the seams. But is it going to be good? I don't know. So I'll reserve judgment, all right, until I play it for myself. I really want to see what happens when I play it for myself starting on Thursday. But, ladies and gentlemen, something funny was also announced today that everyone has swept under the rug and no one is talking about. As we know, there is this very controversial argument about Assassin's Creed Shadows, and it's that if you finally were going to do an Assassin's Creed game based in Japan, why would you do it that the main protagonists are a black samurai, which literally didn't exist in Japan? There was a African man who was part of, say, that kind of class in Japan, but he was basically an overblown servant where a shogun marched him around to say, oh, look who's in my entourage, when in reality, the guy did not get the kind of level and distinction and respect as a real samurai. So it's a fairy tale. The guy didn't really exist. And then the other protagonist is a female ninja, of which there were probably 4 ever in the history of Japan. So it's like, hey, look, finally, we've got a game that represents Japan with 2 characters that are not representative of Japanese culture. Why did they do that? Right? So already, the game's been massively under fire for that. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think they would do as an awesome merchandise tie-in for the game? I wonder what Ubisoft would pick. Well, let's find out, shall we? Because it's right over here. Step into the shadows of history. The Venom X Assassin's Creed Shadows collection is here, blending stealth, precision, and combat gear for every assassin. Are you ready to embrace the Brotherhood? Wait, huh? So wait, what's the merch? Look. A third epic collaboration. Venom and Ubisoft joined forces to celebrate the highly anticipated release of Assassin's Creed Shadows. It offers fans an exclusive collection that captures the essence of the game. A unique immersion in feudal Japan. This is how they're pushing it. Immersion in feudal Japan. Yes, because in feudal Japan, I remember when they used to have golden boxing gloves. Do you remember in feudal Japan when people walked down the streets with golden boxing gloves and would just, like hooligans, they would just start punching you, like rope-a-doping you in the streets? That's how the samurais rolled back in the day that I remember, right? What? Performance gear designed for intensity. So what they're selling, thanks to dry technology, efficient moisture wicking, they are selling Assassin's Creed Venom boxing gloves, which of course they show on a black man. They just had to, probably because the main character is also an African samurai, right? And I guess this is an MMA style, like, robe that you would fight in or whatever. So that's the merch that they're selling. That's what's representative of feudal Japan, is boxing gloves on a black boxer and an MMA gi with moisture wicking technology. And then they complain, people are bullying us online. We don't understand why. Why are people bullying us? We don't get it. It's not fair, and our Ubisoft lawyers are at the ready. If you bully our employees, we're coming for you. Like, how do you not see what you're doing? This is supposed to be the Japanese Assassin's Creed, and even the merch tie-ins you're doing aren't Japanese. You didn't even try. There was no effort put into this. Zero self-awareness of what they're putting out there. They have no concept of how to do something right anymore. You want to know what would have been a good merch collaboration? Kimonos that have all the Assassin's Creed shit emblazoned on it, right? Or maybe a replica sword that says it has the assassin symbol on it. Something that's representative of feudal Japan. You fucking idiots. Not golden boxing gloves. Yes, all those boxing shogun. There they are. Oh my God. What else can I say? This is modern game design. This is modern game development. And then they actually will go whine and say, why is everyone bullying us? Why does everyone say our game's woke? Why is everyone saying the game is bad? Why is everyone... Because you're an idiot. There's the only reason why, because you're stupid. You don't understand culture. You don't understand gamers. You don't understand anything. You're a bunch of morons sitting in a boardroom. You French idiots, right? Ubisoft, we know what we're doing. The boxing gloves, you fucking morons. It's Japanese, you fucking idiot. Do you know anything in Japan? Have you ever been to Japan? Have you ever had anything Japanese at all in your life? Do you not even know what the culture is? Like, I guess not. But then whine and complain about it. Wah, wah. People don't like us. Wah. Yes, because you're dumb. This is why Ubisoft is in dire straits. This is why Star Wars Outlaws tanked. This is why they're looking to sell off giant chunks of their company to stay afloat because they can't make games that anyone want and they aren't in line with culture anymore. They're just not. So, fast forward a decade ago and you tell me that in 2014, 2015, you would have predicted in 2025 that Ubisoft is on their last legs and they would have tanked everything that they have. Name one franchise Ubisoft has that hasn't been completely ruined. Besides, okay, Far Cry. Maybe Far Cry 6 was decent, but all of the Tom Clancy, Splinter Cell franchise shit is all dead. They've murdered it. Assassin's Creed is in the fucking toilet, right? Like every major Ubisoft franchise has been tanked. What the fuck? How did you manage to do that in a decade? And they were at top of the world. They were on top of the world. They were one of the big companies. They were literally one of those that was like, your shit doesn't even stink. Every time you release a game, it's going to be a hit. It's going to be a banger. And you could trust them to be one of the giant companies that they work hard. They put out great games. And then they just fell apart. Man. Okay. Anyway, I guess that's true. The higher you are, the harder the fall. Says Heroin Flush over on Heroin Flush over on K. I guess that's a good point. They say that how the mighty have fallen, right? Yeah. So maybe that's what it is. And maybe that's why they're getting it pretty hard, pretty rough from the public because they used to be the dependable company and now they've fallen apart. I guess I could see that. That's probably why everyone's giving them such crap. Why they can't take it, like why they can't accept the criticism, I don't understand. Like they're literally complaining that they got criticism online, they got threats and stuff. Well, the threats obviously I don't condone at all. But it sounds like it's another Neil Druckmann situation where, oh, woe is me. People don't like my game and my ideology, so I'm going to call them bigots and I'm going to whine and complain and cry about it instead of just facing the criticism and being like, hey, maybe, just maybe, no one likes your crap anymore because we're tired of the bullshit. We're tired of trying to turn everything to a leftist propaganda liberal thing. You're done with it. Stop. You made Assassin's Creed in feudal Japan. Make one about feudal Japan, not about the outliers of people who never would have existed in feudal Japan. And then if people complain because you decided to make it about the outliers, don't whine and bitch about it. Man up. Stop crying. Anyway, no, Jalen, you have to play as both. It's a dual protagonist game. You have to play as both the samurai and the ninja, and you swap between them. So you're going to have both of their stories, right? Okay. All right. So anyway, that's Assassin's Creed Shadows. I'm going to judge it at face value for itself on its own merits. All right. I'm not going to, you know, slam it nonstop because it has woke stuff in it. I'm not. I don't really care about that. I care about, does the game fun to play? Is the story interesting? Right? Let's find out. I guess we're going to see. Okay. Let's see here. We got a troll. Ignore the troll. Okay. One other thing that I want to talk about before we get to like any kind of like open, relaxing Q&A session, something has been announced that's very timely, but not immediately, and it kind of sucks. All right. So let me show you what I mean. This morning, it was announced a new collaboration between Lego and Pokemon. And this is interesting because just a day or two ago, we were looking online and saying, hey, what could be the Lego builds that we're going to do? Because I'm now doing chill Lego nights. And someone said, what about Pokemon? We looked it up. There is Pokemon, but it's not Lego. For some reason, Pokemon decided to go with another company. I think they're called Mega Bloks. Well, guess what? The Mega Bloks collaboration ended, and now we've got this. And that's it. The bummer is, though, 2026. So, I mean, that could be cool. Maybe build some nice epic Lego Pokemon sets, a ginormous Charizard for the background here, or you know what I mean? I think that'd be neat. But the bummer is, 2026. You know, we just started the Lego builds recently. The next one we're probably going to do is Piranha Plant from Mario Brothers. And then after that, we're going to see what else we want to do. I'm sure there'll be quite a few we'll do over the course of the year. Some of them you can actually break down and rebuild as a completely different thing. Like the T-Rex that we looked at is a T-Rex, a Triceratops, and a Pterodactyl. So that's cool that you could do like 3 builds or whatever, right? So, yeah, that's neat that they're doing Lego Pokemon. I want to do Lego Pokemon. I think that would be nice, but we got to wait till next year. And also, usually when these things first come out, they're in massive demand. So it may be that at first I can't even get one. And then they come out later, more publicly, available. I guess we'll have to see. But it's something new to look at, okay? It's definitely interesting because we just started doing the Lego stuff. And now that there's going to be new Legos coming out, we'll keep our eyes on it, right? So good stuff there. Okay, that is pretty much what I've got for my news stories for today. I think we've pretty much covered everything there. We got a couple shout outs to do, so let's do those, and then let's see what you guys want to discuss today. All right? So we've got Spawn Killer with a $5 super chat, which is actually the biggest super chat of the morning. Oops. And Spawn Killer says, what was your last Assassin's Creed that you enjoyed and very few complaints? Mine is Assassin's Creed 2 and 3. Very few complaints? All right. My favorite Assassin's Creeds in the series. One was the one that started it all. And even though it's slow paced and has a lot of, if you want to get content out of it, it's collectathon style stuff, I still think it's a good game. But it's definitely early. The future installments improve, but it's still a good game. So 1. And then I would say Assassin's Creed 2 trilogy is great. Out of the trilogy, I probably liked Brotherhood the best because it improved upon the parkour and the gameplay elements of Assassin's Creed 2 Part 1, but it also added in the element of building your own guild and sending the assassins out to do stuff and then leveling up your assassins and stuff. And I actually really liked that. I thought the minigame was fun. So probably that. And then Assassin's Creed 4, which added in the naval elements of, being the captain of the boat and doing the naval combat against other pirate ships and British ships and stuff like that and taking them over. That was really, really fun. And then the last one that I would say I really enjoyed was Odyssey. Even though Odyssey was the new formula where it was open world, very much like Witcher 3, the new combat style, I felt like the game improved tons on Origins and felt enough like a unique game to stand out. The bummer was I just wish Origins had never existed because Origins kind of didn't feel finished compared to where Odyssey felt like it was finished, but it had come so fast after Origins, it didn't feel as special. You know what I mean? But I really liked Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So those are my favorites out of the ones that I've played, out of, pretty much all of them. Which one did I have no issues with? I don't think I've ever had an Assassin's Creed game that didn't have any issues. I remember the earlier games, the parkour was very frustrating, where to climb a tower, it was like a puzzle. It really was. Like, that was the challenge of the game. Here's a tower. It's going to take you 15 minutes to figure out how to climb it because the handholds and stuff aren't apparent. It's not like the modern games where now you can grab literally everything. Everything is parkour grabbing, and you can climb a tower in 2 seconds, So, yeah, I would say early on, my nitpicks were the parkour. And then later on, some of the wonkiness of the games and stuff, because there were glitches and issues with some of the later Assassin's Creeds, as they became more bigger scale, open world, and more moving parts, there was always like issues that would happen. And of course, we all know that my criticisms of the Witcher-esque games, that they copied Witcher, the combat, I feel, isn't supposed to be like that. It's Assassin's Creed. Why aren't you assassinating anyone, right? So I don't think I've ever had a no complaints, no criticisms Assassin's Creed, quite frankly. I would say Black Flag. It still had the assassin touch, okay? But it had the naval battles that made it feel different. That was the last one where it really felt like they tried hard to innovate, because after that, they just copied. After Black Flag, they went right to copy Witcher 3, and it just felt like that for the longest time. So that's, I think, why Shadows will be so interesting. Will Shadows be stealth, or will Shadows be Witcher 3, or will it be a hybrid of the two? You know what I mean? Like, what's it going to be? We're going to find out, I guess, right? Okay, Big Boss, $2 super chat. I miss sea shanties in my Assassin's Creed games. There you go. There were sea shanties in 4 and in Valhalla, correct? Valhalla when you were in the boats. So some of them have had them. And they've been nice. A nice addition, right? Adds to the atmosphere. Shout out to Tech Buzz for an auto resub over on Kick. Now, those auto resubs are actively new. Or actively, they take place during the stream. So that means that does count towards today's stream. And now we're at $18 of support. So thank you very much, Tech Buzz. Let's see here. And another moronic dollar tip that I'm not going to read. Okay. All right. So, guys, great start to the show. Truth is, we just got... Oh, why can't you sub on the Kick app? That's a good question, Dumpy Koala. It's always been like that, right? For some reason, when you're on the Kick app, you can gift subs, but you can't actually sub yourself. And no one can figure out why. No one knows. No one has the answer to that question. People wonder, why can't I just do it? It doesn't work. For whatever bizarre reason, it just doesn't work. So if you want to sub yourself, I guess you have to do it on desktop, but you can gift if you want. So I don't know. That's a question for Kick, why they haven't implemented that on the app. It's weird. It's weird. I agree. Okay. Yeah, subs last a month. Shout out to Hello Voltage for a $2 super chat. Says, another beautiful day in Zamunda. Hello, Babar. Remember Babar? Oh, wow. Babar used to be on HBO all the time when I was a kid. Babar, the cartoon elephant prince. Dang. It's been a long time since I ever thought about Babar, that's for sure. Sheesh. Ellipsian says, released today, Half-Life 2 RTX, Half-Life 2 with insanely good graphics. Would be nice to see you try it out. Well, we did do a full playthrough of Half-Life 2 years ago, if you remember. We did do that. Maybe eventually I would replay it. Don't know. In Pirate Yakuza, have I come across the Wu-Tang Clan yet? No, I have not. The Wu-Tang Clan I have not found in Pirate Yakuza. Okay, so folks, here's the deal. We finished all of my topics relatively early today. So if any of you have topics you'd like to discuss, please tag me in the chat. Doesn't mean I'm going to answer every question because sometimes I get hit with some ridiculous nonsense, but I'm down for some Q&A and just hanging out for the rest of the show. Just remember the big announcement today, Review Tech USA will be on the podcast tomorrow. First time ever he's appearing on the channel. All right? It's going to be absolutely epic. All eyes on this podcast tomorrow for the confrontation of the century. It's finally going down tomorrow on the Level 1 podcast. Okay? Awesome. Took forever to make it happen. Okay. All right. What is Zenless Zone Zero? I don't know. Don't know. What is that? What's Zenless Zone Zero? I wanted to play Metaphor. I played about 12 plus hours of the Metaphor demo last year, and I couldn't get people to show up for the streams or support them, so I quit the game. I wanted to play Metaphor 100%. I was excited for it. I loved the demo. I wanted to play it, and people just said it was boring, so I didn't play it. It's that simple. I got to play stuff on my streams that people want to see me play, because this is both my business as well as my hobby. If I ever play Metaphor, maybe it's something I have to do in my private life if I ever have time, but no one really cared to see it on stream, okay? It was not a 4-hour demo. A dummy. There's always an excuse. Oh, it was my fault because I dragged out the demo. The demo it's an RPG, stupid. You're not supposed to rush through an RPG. You're supposed to take your time and do all the content. What a dumb thing to say. Ugh. Boy, sorry guys. What is it? Who made Zenless Zone Zero? For the record, I cannot comment. Well, number one, I wouldn't comment on pro wrestling happenings right now anyway, because I do a wrestling commentary show, Smart Guys, and that's Thursday night. So for me to sit here and comment on what happened on Raw or SmackDown would be kind of dumb, because I'm going to talk about it at length on Thursday night on the show, right? But I haven't seen Monday Night Raw yet anyway, so I can't comment. Oh, yeah, I didn't figure out Disco Elysium. Like, someone had gifted it to me. I swear I accepted it, but it's not showing up in my account. So I wonder what the hell I did wrong. Did I do something wrong? I feel like I did something wrong because I didn't know what I was doing. Let's see. I don't know. I'm confused. I don't know what happened. I swear I accepted a friend request, and I swear, let me double check here. It's not even working. My Steam isn't even working. My friends list won't even work. Here we go. Now it's working. Yeah, I swear that this person had sent me the game and I accepted it. I swear. Like, I don't even know where you find gifts. Manage gifts and guest passes? Pending gifts. Oh, shit. Here it is. I never accepted it. Here it is. All right. Here we go. Oh, I got it. There you go. I got Disco Elysium. I guess in Steam, like I accepted it via like email, but that didn't actually put it in my library. It was in another section of Steam that I just had to go to, and now I have it. Okay. So yeah, I have a Disco Elysium now. If you guys want to see me play it, maybe next Indies night, we do Disco Elysium. There you go. Okay. I got a $4.99 super chat. Does this register on your Richter scale? I love how you say support is welcome, but then you lock down a Nigerian. I look down a Nigerian super chat. No, you stupid idiot. I look down on a troll who's using a VPN to say they're from Nigeria so they can send a ginormous super chat that looks huge, but is worth 2 cents. That person wasn't actually from Nigeria. If they were, right, they wouldn't be spending their money sending it to me. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And if you actually believe that, you probably watch content from a fucking disingenuous piece of human garbage that lies constantly about the things that they're pumping out to get profits. I can't believe you'd be that stupid. But thanks for your super chat. I really appreciate your $4.99 super chat, but I can't believe you're this gullible of a person. Like, wow, that's tremendous. Okay. You just heard me fart? Did you really? Cool. Is that the first one ever? That might be the first fart you guys have ever heard in the, what, 17 years I've been making content? Because I tell you guys, I'm not even exaggerating. I swear to you, all the time I fart on stream. Like all the time. Like constant. It's like an endless cycle of just ripper farts between words, between sentences. It's just like, and you guys never say a word. And I've said over and over, seriously, you guys didn't hear it? And people are like, no, what are you talking about? So did you actually finally hear one? Hopefully it was actually the fart and not my chair. Because right now my chair is making noise too. But there you go. I mean, yeah, I did fart. I'm telling you, I'm literally farting constantly. Just nonstop. I'm a gassy blob. There you go. Go back, everyone rewind and replay the fart sound effect over and over. Excuse me. I'm constantly burping and you hear the burps, but the farts, you know. Why don't I bring up a new Fatal Fury second beta? Because I didn't know that there was one. Let's see. It's not working. The hell? I put Fatal Fury City of the Wolf second beta. It was glitched. Second beta is coming. March 26th to 31st. 9 fighters, now including T-Zoc, and they've added training mode. Okay, there you go. I'll have to put this on my schedule. So it's March 26th, 10 p.m. Here, I'm going to put, this has the times and everything, so let me put this in my schedule. So it's March 26th from 10 p.m. until March 31st, 1 a.m. So obviously I can't play it on the 26th. The bummer is the 27th is the release of Atomfall. So maybe I'll do Atomfall on the day stream and Fatal Fury on the late stream. But then again, I don't know. I think that's probably be a Friday. It's a Sunday. That's weird. That's weird. Both Atomfall and the Fatal Fury beta? Oh, that's April 27. Oh, it's a Thursday. Okay. It's next Thursday. Next Thursday is going to be busy. Next Thursday, we got Atomfall and Fatal Fury. Okay. All right. That'll be neat. Sounds like a fun day. The 27th will be a packed day for me. Cool. Thanks for the info because I didn't know that that was officially announced. Now I know, and now that's in the schedule. Thank you. Thank you. DH1 did another super chat. How do you know they were using a VPN and weren't actually from Nigeria? Because Nigerians don't sit around on the internet watching random YouTubers like me sending them super chats. I mean, geez, dude, how gullible can you be? I've literally had people for the last, 2 years, nonstop coming in and doing VPN stuff. Argentina, Nigeria. What's the other one? There's another one too that we were getting recently. This is not the first time. It's not my first rodeo. It's just that the content creator you watch is basically taking advantage of his audience to spin something in a way that's disingenuous so that they can get a rise and get views, just like they always do. Why is it not covered that I constantly have people coming in here with VPNs, right, and are doing this stuff? Instead, it's, someone came in from Nigeria and he insulted them. That's not what happened. This is someone who's been doing this forever. They come in with new accounts. They keep using the VPN. They change the country. They do it again. This is not, but again, selective nonsense in order to get a rise and try to misrepresent stuff on YouTube. That's how it is. That's the YouTube game. Don't you get it? That's how these idiots make their living. I make real content. They literally spin celebrity drama TMZ fucking nonsense to get a rise out of morons who believe it at face value without any research. Really? King Ferbs is saying people who got early access to Atomfall are saying you can beat it in only 5 hours. Holy shit. Dang. Would I consider playing Balatro again? Of course. I love Balatro. I absolutely love Balatro. I would consider playing it. Well, that's true too. If it's an amazing 5 hours, then good on them. I've always been a proponent that quality is better than quantity. I've said this endlessly over the years. I don't care how long a game is as long as it's a wild ride and it's a fun one. I still remember when I started on YouTube, one of the earlier playthroughs I did was The Darkness 2. That game, no lie, was like 5-6 hours long. But it was super fun every part of the way. There was a mystery element to the story. The gameplay was fun. It was full of gore, and you were constantly evolving new abilities. And it ended in a really cool way, a twist ending. Like, wow, this is all great. So what gets me is that there's people who absolutely demand insane length. And if the game's not 20 hours, then it's definitely no good. Well, that's not true. I get it that some people, if they're going to spend $1, they want to milk as much value out of that dollar. I totally understand that concept, especially for those who, you can't afford a lot of games in a year. You want maybe the 2 or 3 you're going to buy to be the absolute biggest value for you, right? But at the same time, there's so many games that in the last 5 to 10 years have tried to be this copy Witcher 3, open world, insane amount of, look at this. In this open world, there's 17, 18 side quests. And how many are actually meaningful? 1. The rest of them are just fetch quests, boring shit. That's not worth it, man. It's not that's not good content. So the game could have been 5 hours long and fun, but instead it's 27 hours long and boring. I'll take the 5-hour-long better game. But let's see. Atomfall is a Game Pass game. I guess we'll see how it goes. All right. What else people want to talk about? Spawn Killer says, will you watch the new Happy Gilmore? Oh, geez. Yeah, I heard it's coming out. What, was there an update on that today? I didn't see that. If there is, I might check it out. I mean, listen, it's this simple. In the 90s, Adam Sandler could do no wrong, right? Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, Little Nicky, Big Daddy. I keep going. There was like 10 big movies he made in a row. That everyone was blockbuster, 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 blockbuster. Then he had his stand-up specials. They blew up. He had his music. That blew up, right? Put on your yarmulke. It's time to celebrate Hanukkah. Oh my God. Everyone went nuts. Nuts. Wedding singer, right. Nuts. But then in the 2000s, he kept going and he kept declining, right? Like there were some that were good and some that were big misses. The freaking Jack and Jill, you know? And then there was like, what was it? Grown Ups 1, then Grown Ups 2. Why are they still making it? And then he started making awful movies like Pixels and shit that flop. And now he keeps going. It's like, some people, listen, you're a legend, stay a legend. You don't have to keep going. You know what I mean? Like, he could have just appeared from time to time to do something random and funny and then just disappeared again. He didn't have to keep going and keep making content. So now what it is we're in the era of the legacy sequel, right? We got to make another Indiana Jones. We got to reboot and start doing Ghostbusters movies again. So now we have to bring back Adam Sandler and continue plot lines from 25 years ago that no one really cares to continue. Do you really care that Happy Gilmore's story gets continued? All I have to say to Adam Sandler is this. You blew it! What are you doing? Stop. Okay. Let's see here. What's up, Mark? Good morning. How you doing, man? Okay. I don't know what the Switch 2 is going to cost. You would think Nintendo's going to keep the price down because they always do, and they try to be the family-friendly console. So if they try to sell Switch 2 for $600-700, I think families are going to go, and be like, I don't think we need it. You know? They're always trying to be the discounted value console. So at most, I would guess 500. Excuse me. Oh, yeah? Valkule says there actually was a great Adam Sandler movie. He proved that he's a great actor. Then he never bothered trying ever again. Then we've got Brute Chieftain on Kick who says, nah, Adam Sandler has always sucked. He's never been good. Not once was he good in anything. Wow. See, everyone, it's so weird. People's opinions can be so completely polar opposites on stuff. I'm of the opinion that he was funny in his prime, but then he declined. And like, what's the point of continuing on if you know you're never going to get back to that level? Right? Like, I don't know. What will I do if RTU takes his shirt off on stream? I'll turn the camera off. I'll leave him on stream to talk to, but I'll just turn the camera off so we don't have to see it. I did have the condition he has to be sober. He can't be high. From what I'm going to understand, he is sober now, correct? He's like on his streams, he is sober. So I don't think that'll be an issue tomorrow at all. From what I'm going to understand, he's actually been good. So as long as you know what I mean? As long as he's sober, I think we're all right. Well, no, see, Jets fan, here's what I'm saying. You can't keep trying to do the same thing and not change, but expect that it's going to keep being pertinent, right? Like Adam Sandler was incredibly pertinent in the 90s doing this style of comedy. Good for him. But now times have moved on. So maybe he should, like someone had said, maybe he should try to be a more serious actor. Reinvent yourself when you're older. Me, I started off as a content creator that did improv commentary on gameplay that was on-demand gameplay, no interaction whatsoever with anyone. It was just as if I was sitting there playing the game for myself and you were on the couch next to me. The commentary was over the top, sexualized, very offensive, meant to be risque, completely, pushing the boundaries of what could be said and done on YouTube for the sake of shock. I knew my audience was a young group of teenagers, and it got me blown up. Like really, I got very popular because of that. And then over the years, things changed. Content changed, culture changed. If I just stayed doing exactly the same kind of content and commentary, I would have gone out of business 100%. I would not be here today. I had to adapt to the times. I had to change the content, change the commentary, longer videos, right? Thumbnails, actual titles, better quality capture, direct capture, live streaming. First, ignoring my audience, but eventually getting smart and saying, hey, need to interact with that audience, need to have conversation, need to have a social aspect to it. That's important. That's part of the success of content in the modern day, right? And then branching out, I'm not just going to do the gameplay. I'm going to do a podcast. I'm going to do commentary. I'm going to do this and that. That's how I've survived. Not, let's do the same thing that I did 16 years ago and expect that it's still going to be pertinent now. It's not. If I did that stuff I did from 16 years ago today, it would not work. All right, at all. So, yeah, like that. And that's the thing with Adam Sandler. Why is he doing Happy Gilmore too? I don't know. Will there be enough of those from the past who loved Happy Gilmore that are going to come out in droves to watch the sequel? Maybe, maybe not. For me, like, for example, one of the things that killed me, all right, is the legacy sequels that are nothing like the originals. Like, did you guys see Bill and Ted Face the Music? Oh, man. That movie was fucking terrible. That movie was legit awful. The writing, the acting, the actual, like, cinematography, the whole movie was so bad compared to the original two. I really seriously wish it never existed. And I mean that sincerely. I wish that the movie was never made because it was god bad. It was just like embarrassing how bad it was. And it kind of sours the legacy of the originals to say, hey, did you know there was another one? Well, I didn't want there to be another one. Let me watch it. Oh, God. Why? And now this is canon, and this is actually part of, the real storyline of Bill and Ted. Is like, I didn't want that. So that's what I mean. Like, Happy Gilmore 2 could be amazing, or it could just expose that what worked back in the 90s doesn't work in 2025. That style of comedy, that style of cinematography, it won't cut it anymore. I don't know. It's not out yet, right? But it makes me worry. It does. It totally makes me worry. Could I apologize for doing squats off camera? No, because I don't monetize my squats. I don't, I'm not that kind of creator. I don't have to do squats on camera to make money. There we go. Excuse me. All right. Okay. Well, guys, anything else you want to talk about? Or do you want to end the show early? Like, what do you want to do? What would you guys like to do? Because we can end it now, or we can keep going if you guys have more questions. Let's get some support. Like I said, guys, we had no memberships today. We did have a sub, but it was a resub. We had a few super chats. Thanks for that. But only like one tip? Let's get some support rolling to hit our goal. I'm only streaming once today. This is the only stream for today. All right. So let's hit that goal so we can get closer to DSP tries it. I want to try. I got hair in my mouth. Ugh. Hate when that happens. Ugh. Oh, I got to get, okay. Dumpy Koala says, if you have the Ubisoft launcher on your PC, it's ready to go. Assassin's Creed Shadows. Well, I need to get it because mine's outdated. How do I get the Ubisoft launcher? Where would I get that from? Here's Ubisoft Connect, and it says outdated. I need to update it. Here we go. It's updating right now. It's updating right now. Here we go. Because I got to rejoin. Oh, I don't remember any of this. They want me to log in. I don't fucking remember this. I don't know if this is correct or not. No. No. Ah, I got in. Pre-order. No, I want to do Ubisoft Plus. Subscribe to Ubisoft. This is so dumb. When you're logging in, right? You're logging in, and this is so funny. All right, no, this is funny. All right. The first thing that happens, it pops up, says buy Assassin's Creed Shadows. But I can just do Ubisoft Plus. Why would I buy it? And then it's funny because then the first thing it says, go to do Ubisoft Plus. How much is it? Really? $18. There's the cheap one. There's the free one, the cheap one. No, not the free one. There's the cheap one, but you only get like old games, and then there's the full-fledged plan for $18 a month. So that's what I'll get. I'm gonna wait only because I'm not sure I'm gonna beat it like right away. So I actually don't want to. I actually don't want to get it now. I want to wait actually till maybe the day of to save some. Because what if I don't beat it right away and it's let me get every day out of it. If I get it now, it's 2 days I'm not playing the game. So yeah, I'm not going to do it yet. I'll do it in a couple of days here. Okay. It's so dumb. Ubisoft Greed is massively strong. Well, like I said, normally I don't, if it was a game that I absolutely knew I was going to play fully, I would spend the full price, but I don't know if I'm going to play this game fully or not. I have no clue what I'm going to do. So that's why I want to get the subscription. It's so annoying. All I want to do, because I haven't logged into this thing in ages, so I want to like update my info. Oh, click here, then go here, then go here, and then how about here, then go here and here, then go here and here, click here, go here, and then you have to click here, verification here, here. What are you talking about? Right? Like, huh? Now I gotta click here. This is ridiculous. Okay. Because all I wanted to do is update some of my stuff, because I had the older stuff in here. Like an older setup, and I was like, oh, let me update it. Okay. So now this should be correct. Okay. Good. Now that's updated. Oh, I wanted to do. Why do they make it so difficult, man? Oh my god. All I want to do is set up new information for this account. That's it. And it's taking me forever. Okay. Oh my god, this is so tedious. Oh. Why are they doing this to me? Okay, here we go. All I want to do is hang out with you guys. But of course, I got myself wrapped up in this nonsense now. Oh, oh, why? Oh my god, it's doing more stuff. I'm not even kidding. I can't get out of it now. Now it's like we're gonna send you an email. We're gonna text you. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. God, they're sending another email. Are you kidding? Oh my god, they're sending another email. Here it is. Oh my god, I'm not done. I'm not done. They won't let me finish. They won't let me finish. Now I gotta log in on the phone. Are you insane? This is insanity. I just want to finish this. Come on. What? Oh my god. We're sending another email, but I clicked on the email and it said that email's expired. Click on another email. Dude, it doesn't even work. I'm not even kidding you. It doesn't work. I'm trying. What I wanted to do is set up a new password stuff and two-step verification. It doesn't even work. It's glitched. It just keeps saying this doesn't work. Fuck them, you fucking idiots. God damn, I hate inept morons who fucking, oh yeah, we know everything. We programmed it so good. It doesn't even fucking work at all. God damn, they're stupid. All right, I wasted so much time on the podcast on this bullshit. Anyway, well, like I said, I'm going to get Ubisoft Plus. I got the app updated now, and I'm going to get it as the subscription so I don't have to outright buy the entirety, of the game. Because I don't want to buy the game outright. I think that would be stupid, you know? Ugh. I'm not even kidding you. It didn't work. I went through all of that. I changed my password because, I hadn't been in Ubisoft Plus in a long time. So I just updated my basic, my password stuff. I said, I'll do the two-step verification. Okay, click here. Go here. Send a text. Do this. Here's an email. Click here. Go here. Okay, log in here. Send a text. Go here. Click the email. Oh, this is outdated. Do it again. Okay, I'll do it again. This is still outdated. Okay, fuck you. I'm just done. Don't wasting my time with you idiots. Don't know how to fucking do anything. Okay. Oh. Ugh. Big Boss with a $2 super chat. DSP reacts to the stuck astronauts coming home. I don't even know what you're talking about. I really don't. There's stuck astronauts coming home. I didn't even know that there were astronauts stuck. Come on, guys. Let's get some support. This is my only stream of the day. So let's get some support moving here, right? Let's hit some goals. We're at 32. Let's get it to 50 right now. Since very soon we're going to end this podcast and we're going to jump into Pirate Yakuza, and it's my only gameplay of the day. Let's do it. Let's hit it right now. Who's going to do a nice big super chat? or a tip or gift 3 subs or 4 subs over on Kick? Who's going to get us to it? They were stuck in space for 9 months. Dang. Hopefully they were fine, right? It's not like they were dying up there, running out of resources. Hopefully they had planned for this kind of contingency, right? Yes, it's true. Tomorrow, it will be review tech. Why do people not believe it now? Now they think I was lying. I wasn't lying. I was being serious. People thought I was fibbing. Oh, come on. RTU has been higher than any astronaut. Come on. Don't say those awful things. How could you? You want me to do the camera pose? I haven't done that in a while. That was like a week since I last did it. All right. So this is it. This is the pose. What I'm supposed to do is do a certain pose. And you guys are supposed to support the stream when I do this pose. Okay, ready? Here it goes. So I'm going to pose. And then by the end of the time that I'm posing, we need to get some support on the stream to hit these goals. All right, ready? Here we go. Okay. So here we go. Let's do it. So who's contributing right now? Who did it? I know you guys are in the process of doing it, right? I'm sure that pose is going to work. Absolutely. The coffers are going to be clinking with coins soon, right? Big Boss did a $2 super chat says the pose needs a hat and a vest. No, we phased out the hat and vest ages ago. Please stop living in the past. Stop that nonsense right now. I want to hear about that baloney. The hat and the vest are for other people who want to try to pretend like they're making fun of me because they're smart to put on a hat and a vest and not realize that I haven't done that in like 8 months. That's what the hat and vest are for, okay? Are there more drama interviews scheduled for after RTU? Yes, nonstop drama every day, every stream from now on. No content, just drama, drama, drama. You know me, DSP, the king of drama. Of course. We know that. I'm going full path 2. Exactly. Path 2. I'm veering right towards the drama. I can't control it. The wheel is stuck. And I'm going towards it and I can't stop it, right? There we go. Why did I start wearing the hat and vest? Well, it started with the vest. It was like 2020, wasn't it? And we were doing a random retrospective stream. And in one of the retrospective videos people had suggested me to watch, it was a vlog, like a channel update from like 2010 or something. And we're watching it. And in it, I'm wearing this weird, puffy, beige vest. And people are like, whoa, when did you ever have that? Did you wear that in content or whatever? I was like, no, I barely ever wore it. And I remember that only a few times have I ever worn that vest on a video and maybe even in real life. I remember wearing it out a couple times when I went to dinner with my parents and stuff ages ago. So someone said, do you still have it? And I went downstairs and I looked in the closet. I was like, it's right there. So I brought it. I wore it on that stream. And after that, people were like, well, you have goals. Why not have a goal to hit? And if you hit the goal, you put on the vest. And this became an insane streak of me hitting my goals to put on this stupid, meaningless vest. It didn't have any meaning. There's no significance to it. It just happened. It was like a weird organic thing, and it lasted months where I was hitting my goals, which is out of control. Pretty insane. Oh, let's see here. I received a $3 tip from Chocoboco. I don't know why I felt to contribute after that pose. It's quite effective. There you go. So it did work on one person. Chocoboco was completely mind controlled by the pignosis and absolutely had to contribute after I did the pose. So it does work. Who knew, right? Who knew that it worked? I'll have to do it more often then. You loved the bubble goal? Well, bottom line is, bubble goal was funny, and I actually like doing it, but man, it was disgusting. For those who don't know, I used to actually ask for likes on my YouTube channel. I used to say like this morning on this stream, I would be like, hey guys, if you want to support the channel, give the stream a like. Now, I haven't done that in like a year. I don't really care anymore. I don't ask. If you guys like the content, you just click like or whatever, but I don't ask for it, right? But I used to say if we hit 100 likes on a given stream or video, I would blow bubbles. I actually had bubbles sitting right here and I would blow them. And later on, I had bubble guns that someone donated. So it looks awesome. And by the way, it probably would look even better with my new setup and all this new equipment. The problem is, dude, it was disgusting. Those bubbles would pop everywhere, and it would be like this disgusting liquid soap layer on everything in the office, and then dust would accumulate on it. So I'd have to sit here like scrub the desk, scrub the laptop, scrub the camera, scrub everything because it was so gross and nasty. You know, you can't leave it. You're gonna have all your equipment get destroyed. So it was just too much of a hassle. It was fun to watch when I did it, but man, it was a pain in the ass after the fact. Be nerdy. Be nerdy with a $10 super chat. Says, this is my first time here and I'll be watching more. I'm not sure why you get all the hate. Because people don't like me for various reasons. None of which are very, how can I say? None of which are apparent to the content. Let's put it that way. Someone will say, oh, 5 years ago, you said this one thing on a stream that now we think or know is a lie, so therefore we hate you. Like, wait, what? What are you talking about? Well, there was someone you insulted on a stream in the summer of 2017, and it really rubbed us the wrong way. Huh? What? That's the kind of shit people don't like me for. It's the dumbest stuff. But what? And but it's true. We've got the proof, the evidence right here. And then they'll open up their conspiracy theory bag of nonsense, and here comes all this shit that they hate me for over the years, this weird cultish stuff. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what on earth? Here's the truth. If you sit here and watch and just chill with me and have a good time every day on stream, and you ignore all the white noise that happens outside of this channel, you will absolutely have a great time. You'll enjoy the content. You'll enjoy the company, me, with the chat. We're all good people to hang out with. We are. The problem is people get wrapped up in what's called the vortex. It's a vortex of drama based around me that I'm not even involved in. I don't engage it. I don't support it. I have nothing to do with it. But these people have created an entire community of cult-like drama to propagate a business. There are entire YouTube channels based on crap about me every day. Every day. And they monetize all of it. It's all nonsense, So because YouTube allows that crap, YouTube allows defamation, slander, bullying. They do. They just allow it. The only way you can shut it down is by suing. If you have a lawyer, you can sue someone and then they have to stop doing it. Well, I don't sue people over it. So because of that, it's just allowed. So you hear all these horrible things about me. You're like, wow, this guy's terrible. He's awful. Then they come to the channel and they watch it like, where's the nonstop demanding of money from his viewers? Where is the racist stuff, the bigoted stuff? Why isn't he constantly attacking his viewers like I've heard? He's playing a game and he's not actually sucking at the game every living moment he's playing it. Yeah, there's a couple moments where he's bad, but he's not actually like raging constantly. I don't get it. But this is what they all say he is. Yeah, because it's called exaggeration and gullible people believe it. And that's how these people prosper. It's pretty straightforward. Wow, I received a generous $10 tip. Let's see here. Someone says, having RTU on your stream is going to be very disappointing when you said you're done with drama, but now you're doing your biggest drama stream yet. You're trying to pick what drama will benefit. All right. Like I said, listen, I'm not going to discredit your input at all. Not at all. I will not discredit your input at all. Okay? I will actually say you're correct. That being said, tune in tomorrow to the Level 1 podcast for the biggest podcast I've ever done. All right? Don't miss it. There you go. Thank you for the tip. Anonymous $10 tipper. You can't miss this one. All right. Big Boss with a $2 super chat. I missed the fun gimmicky goals like bubbles. Well, they were silly for a while, but in my opinion, things get. Oh no. We're gonna have to end the show because OBS has had an error. It's the error that happens when I go to update the leaderboard. It glitches, and when I go to close this leaderboard now, the whole stream's gonna crash. All right. So I actually have to adjourn. I'm actually forced into adjourning the podcast now. All right. There's nothing I can do. I'm okay until I go to close this window. I literally can't change anything right now. I can't change the leaderboard. I can't change a scene. I can't do anything. I'm stuck. I can't even play the outro for the podcast today. I literally can't. That's how stupid this is. And it's going to end. It's going to end the recording. Yeah, it'll end the recording. But I guess technically after OBS crashes, I could restart the stream and at least I could formally end the podcast for you that way. All right, here's what we'll say. I got to do this because it glitched. Thank you all for watching the Level 1 podcast. Tomorrow, Review Tech will be here. It'll be an epic show. You will not want to miss it. All eyes on the show tomorrow. It's going to be a big one, all right? And sorry that I can't do a formal ending. Tomorrow, Suikoden 1 after that podcast. And likely I'll be doing a late stream tomorrow night, probably Call of Duty. Because like I said, if I'm skipping tonight, I don't want to skip too many streams. But so that'll be tomorrow, all right? So I got to end the show. Sorry I can't end with the song and the outro. I hope that you enjoyed the podcast, and I'll see you tomorrow. So now it's crashing right now. Any moment it's going to stop recording, and the stream's going to crash, and it's all going to go offline, and the world's going to end. The sky is falling. A giant meteor is heading for Earth right now, and at any given moment, it could all human